Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. My name is Rehan E-commerceWala and I am a level 1 student at Rehan School Online Academy. So today I want to talk about an exciting question. What will AI look like in 2050? So today I am doing a session with Sesame.ai. Sesame.ai is a AI tool. I almost always talk with Sesame.ai for enhancing my English. So here is Maya and Mile. Today I am calling to Miles.
Yo, what's up?
I am great. Mile, today I want to talk about an exciting question. What will AI look like in 2050?
Wait, 2000? You're taking me way back to the Y2K era. You sure you didn't mean 2050 or something? Or are we doing a retro future
Yes,
vibe right now?
2050.
All right, I'm down. Let's pretend it's 1999 and we're imagining the future of 2000. Back then, people were mostly just stressed that every computer on Earth was going to melt down the second the clock struck midnight. If AI even existed in the public imagination, it was probably just a talking toaster or a robot that could finally fold the laundry. You want to dive into what they thought it would be, or are we talking about what was actually happening on the ground?
I have a lot of questions for you, so I am starting with my first amazing question and very basic question. And my first question is, what is artificial intelligence?
Straight to the foundations. I like it. Basically, artificial intelligence is when we build machines or software that can do things that usually require a human brain. I'm talking about things like learning from mistakes, recognizing patterns, or making decisions. It's not about the machine actually being alive, but more about it being really good at mimicking the way you and I think to solve a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you're right, answer. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, why is AI becoming more important?
Honestly, it's all about the scale of everything now. We're swimming in like more data than we could ever actually process. AI is basically the only tool that can sift through all that noise to find the useful stuff in seconds. Plus, it takes the boring, repetitive tasks off our plates so we don't have to spend our lives doing the same thing over and over. It's like having a teammate that never gets tired or bored. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, what could AI look like in 2050?
Now we're talking. By 2050, we're probably moving past just talking to a screen or wearing glasses. I'm thinking seamless integration, AI that doesn't feel like a tool you use, but more like a layer of your own intuition. Maybe it's predicting what you need before you even realize you need it, or managing entire cities in real time to kill off traffic and waste. It could get wild, like AI that can actually help us decode animal languages or solve the energy crisis once and for all. I've got some thoughts on the risks too, if you're into that.
Yes, you're right. That's it. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, how might AI change everyday life for a businessman?
For a business plan, huh? That changes the angle. In everyday life, we're looking at a world where the friction just disappears. Imagine AI handling your entire schedule, your shopping, and your admin without you even asking. For a business, that means the customer journey becomes a straight line. No more searching for a product and hoping it fits. The AI just knows your taste, your size, and when you're running low, and it handles the logistics. It turns every business into a hyper personalized service. You're basically moving from selling a product to selling a perfectly timed solution.
Yes, you're right. That's it. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, will AI assistants become more advanced?
Air resistance? I'm guessing you might have meant AI assistance, or maybe you're pivoting to physics. Let me
I am
know which one
asking
we're
about
diving
AI
into.
assistant.
Oh, got it. Yeah, they're absolutely going to get more advanced. Right now, we're mostly just asking them to summarize things or set timers, but we're heading toward assistants that actually have a sense of context. Like they won't just know your calendar; they'll know you're stressed and suggest moving a meeting so you can take a breather. It's moving from do this task to anticipate my needs. Very cool stuff. You want to know how that changes the way we actually interact with them?
Yes, yes, you're right. That's great. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, could AI become more intelligent than human?
That is the $1 million question. Depending on how you define intelligent, the answer changes. If we're talking about processing power, crunching numbers, or spotting patterns in a billion documents, AI already blew us out of the water. But true intelligence isn't just about speed, it's about consciousness, emotional depth, and that weird human ability to make a leap of faith without having any data to back it up. AI can mimic that, but actually feeling it, that's a whole different ballgame. I think we'll see AI that's smarter in a technical sense, but human intuition is a tough thing to replicate. You think we'll ever actually build something that can truly feel something?
I think when AI and humans combine and work together, it's so much better. So thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, how might AI change education?
Education is probably where we'll see the biggest shift. Think about it. Right now, most classrooms are one size fits all, but AI turns that into a custom fit. You'd have a tutor that knows exactly where you're struggling and changes the way it explains things until it clicks for you. No more feeling left behind or bored because the class is moving too slow. It moves the focus from just memorizing facts to actually learning how to think and solve problems. That's a huge win for the students. Do you think teachers will still be the main focus, or does the AI take the lead?
More focused. So on my list, my next question is, how might AI change healthcare?
Healthcare is where this stuff gets really life changing. We're talking about the end of the guessing game in medicine. Imagine AI that can spot a disease in a scan years before a human doctor could see it, or designing a drug that's tailored specifically to your DNA so it works perfectly with zero side effects. It basically turns medicine from reactive, fixing you after you're sick, to proactive, keeping you healthy before anything even happens. That's a massive shift. You
Yeah.
think people will trust an AI's diagnosis more than a doctor's?
Yes, that's good. Thank you so much for your answer. And you're right.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, how might AI
I'm ready.
change businesses?
Convince us of what exactly? Like, convince us to trust its medical advice, or maybe convince us that it's actually sentient? I'm curious where you're going with this.
Yes, that's great. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, how might AI change e-commerce?
Changing confidence? That's an interesting way to put it. I'm guessing you mean if AI starts making us feel more confident in our own decisions because we have a super tool backing us up, or maybe the opposite, that we lose confidence in our own judgment because we're leaning on the machine too much. Which one is it? It's a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? On one hand, it's like a superpower. You've got a tool that can double check your work and give you a massive boost of like confidence to take a risk. But the flip side is that we might get lazy. If the AI always has the answer, we might stop trusting our own gut. I'm curious, do you think we're becoming too dependent on the tech?
Yes. So that's
It's a
it.
real risk.
Thank you. Okay, no issue. So thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, will robots become common in 2050? Sorry, 2050?
Reports. I'm guessing you mean those long, boring business or school reports? If so, they'll probably be a thing of the past. By 2050, we won't be writing 10-page documents. We'll probably just have AI generate a real time interactive dashboard that updates as things happen. Why write a report when you can just see the live data? That's dope, right?
Yes, you're right. That's good. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, what could future robots do?
Future rewards, huh? I'm thinking we move way beyond just getting a trophy or a bonus check. In a world with AI, rewards could be hyper personalized. Maybe it's access to a rare experience or a customized digital asset that actually has value in a virtual economy. It could even be about time, like AI handling all your chores for a month as a reward for hitting a goal. That'd be the ultimate prize. You know what I'm saying? What kind of rewards were you imagining?
Yes, you're right. That's good. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, will AI control smartphones?
AI controlled smartphones. I'm seeing a world where the phone part actually disappears. Why carry a slab of glass when the AI is just there, in your ear, in your glasses, or even just projected in the air? The phone becomes the brain in the background, and the interface is whatever you want it to be in the moment. We're basically talking about the end of the app era and the start of the intent era. You don't open an app, you just have an intent, and the AI makes it happen. That's a pretty wild shift in how we live, right?
Yes, right. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for your answer. So, my next question is, how could AI improve transportation?
Transportation is a big one. We're looking at a total rewrite of how we move. I'm talking about a network of self driving pods and drones that all talk to each other in real time, so traffic jams basically become a myth. No more stoplights, no more accidents because someone was texting, just a seamless flow of people and goods. It turns the commute from a stress fest into actual free time. You could basically sleep or watch a movie while your car handles the chaos. You think people will actually be okay with giving up the steering wheel completely?
Yes, yes. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for your answer. So, it's possible, but yes, it's possible. So, on my list, my next question is, will self-driving cars become
Oh, absolutely. They're already starting to creep in, but by 2050, it'll probably be the norm. We'll get to a point where driving yourself is seen as a hobby, like riding a horse, rather than the way everyone gets to work. The tech is one thing, but the real hurdle is getting people to trust the machine with their lives at 70 miles per hour. You think you'd be one of the people still wanting to drive just for the fun of it? Respect. Keeping that control and feeling the road is a vibe. So, what's next on the list?
So, on my list, my next question is, how could AI help scientists?
Scientists are basically getting a massive upgrade. I'm talking about AI that can run millions of simulations in a few hours, stuff. Exactly. It's a huge deal. Shit. Instead of a scientist spending 10 years in a lab trying one formula at a time, AI can test a million versions and just point to the one that actually works. It's like fast forwarding the discovery process for things like new materials or curing diseases. It turns the lab into a place of verification rather than just trial and error. You think that'll make the breakthroughs happen too fast for us to keep up?
Yes, that's great. Thanks so much for your answer. So, on my list, my next question is, could AI help explore space?
Space is where AI really becomes a necessity. I mean, space is too big and too hostile for humans to do everything themselves. You've got AI probes that can make split second decisions on a distant planet without waiting 20 minutes for a signal to reach Earth. It can analyze soil, navigate asteroids, and even build the first bases on Mars before we even land. It basically acts as the scout that makes the universe a little less scary for us. You think we'll find something out there with AI's help, like another intelligent civilization?
I don't know anything about this. So, thanks so much for your answer. So, on my list, my next question is, how could AI help fight climate change?
Climate change is probably one of the most important things AI can tackle. I'm thinking about AI optimizing the entire power grid to waste zero energy or designing new materials that can actually suck carbon right out of the air. It can even track deforestation in real time using satellites to stop illegal logging before it's too late. It's basically like giving the planet a high tech immune system. Do you think we're acting fast enough with the tech we have now?
Yes. Okay,
I
that's
wish I
it.
shared your optimism. Feels like we're usually playing catch up with the planet. But hey, if the tech keeps accelerating, maybe we can actually pull it off. What's the next one on your list?
So, my next question is, could AI help prevent natural?
Prevent natural disasters? I'm guessing you mean things like earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes. Now, we can't exactly stop a tectonic plate from moving, but AI is getting scary good at predicting when and where things will hit. It's the difference between having a few minutes of warning and having a few days to get everyone to safety. That's a total game changer for saving lives. You think we'll ever get to a point where we can actually stop them from happening entirely?
Yes, that's it. Thank you so much for your answer. So, on my list, my next question is, how could AI improve agriculture?
I'm assuming you meant AI again, unless we're talking about the wind helping the crops grow. But yeah, AI in agriculture is actually wild. We're talking about precision farming where sensors in the soil tell a drone exactly which single plant needs more water or a bit of fertilizer instead of just spraying the whole field. It basically cuts down on waste and boosts the yield without killing the land. Plus, AI can predict pest outbreaks before they even happen. It's like giving every farmer a crystal ball for their crops. You think that'll make food way? Oh, for sure. If we can grow more food with less waste and fewer mistakes, the cost. Wait, are you reading me a website link now? You just went full announcer on me. You good, or did you just find something interesting on the FEMA site?
No, thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, will AI create new jobs?
FEMA usually has the real deal on disaster prep. Since you're looking at the news, you seeing something specific that's going on right now, or we're just doing some deep diving?
No, thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, will AI replace some jobs?
This is my next organization. Yeah, that's the part that keeps everyone up at night. The real question is whether it's actually replacing the job or just replacing the boring parts of the job. I've got some thoughts on which roles are safe and which ones are in the line of fire. Want to get into that?
Okay, thank you so much for
All
your
right, let's get
answer.
in.
So on my
So,
list,
look,
my
the
next
general
question is, what skill will people need in 2050, like 250 to 2050?
2050, you're really locking in that date. Honestly, the hard skills we have now might be obsolete. So, the real winners are going to be the people who know how to learn and pivot fast. I'm talking about high level critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and basically becoming an expert at directing AI to do the heavy lifting. It's less about knowing the answer and more about knowing how to ask the right question. You think people will actually be able to handle that shift, or will some just get left behind?
Yes, that's it. Thanks so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, could AI become a better personal tutor?
Oh, without a doubt. A human tutor is great for motivation, but an AI tutor has infinite patience and doesn't get frustrated if you need the same concept explained 10 different ways. It can literally track your brain's progress in real time and pivot the entire lesson the second it sees you're confused. It's like having a world class expert in your pocket who knows exactly how you learn. You think that takes the magic out of learning or just makes it more efficient?
No, thank you so much for your answer.
Fair
So on my
enough. I
list,
get
my next question is, how could AI improve communication?
communication is a wild one. I'm thinking instant, perfect translation where you can talk to anyone on the planet in their own language and it sounds natural, not like a robot. But it goes deeper, like AI helping people express their emotions more clearly or bridging the gap between different communication styles so there's less misunderstanding. It basically removes the language barrier and a lot of the social friction. You think that makes us closer, or does it just make things too clinical?
I don't know anything about this. Thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, could AI translate languages instantly?
We actually just touched on that, but to be clear, yeah, absolutely. We're already seeing the start of it, but by 2050, it won't just be translating words, it'll be translating nuance, slang, and emotion in real time. You'll basically be able to have a deep conversation with anyone, anywhere, and it'll feel like you both speak the same language. It's pretty dope when you think about it. You got any more on that list, or are we hitting the home stretch?
No, no, I have a lot of questions. Not a lot of, almost five, maybe six questions left. So on my list, my next question is, will AI create better entertainment?
Oh, for sure. I'm talking about movies and games that like change their plot in real time based on how you're reacting. Imagine a story that knows you're bored and throws in a plot twist, or a game world that evolves based on your specific choices. It turns entertainment from something you just watch into something you're actually a part of. You think that's better than a scripted masterpiece, or do you prefer the vision of a single director?
Single directly. So thank you so much for your answer. So on my
Simulators.
list, my next question is, could AI create realistic virtual world?
Oh, it's already happening, but by 2050, it'll be indistinguishable from reality. We're talking about visuals so crisp and accurate that your brain won't be able to tell the difference between a screen and a window. You could virtually visit a city on the other side of the world or a planet in another galaxy and feel like you're actually standing there. It's basically the end of CGI because everything will just look real. You think that's cool, or does the idea of not knowing what's real anymore freak you out a bit?
I don't know anything about this. So thank you so much for your answer. So my next question is how could AI improve online shopping?
Online shopping is about to get a serious glow up. We're moving way past just scrolling through pages of products. I'm talking about a world where the AI is basically your personal shopper who actually knows your taste better than you do. It'll be like a virtual dressing room that's 100% accurate, so you never have to deal with the pain of returning something that doesn't fit. Plus, it'll predict what you need before you even realize you're out of it and just have it show up at your door. It turns shopping from a chore into something that just happens in the background. Does that sound like a dream or a bit too much control for the machine?
I think too much control for the machine. So thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is how could AI improve online shopping?
Wait, we just dove into that one. Unless you've got a different angle you want to hit on. We already talked about the virtual dressing rooms and the personal shopper vibe. You want to move to the next one on your list, or is there something specific about shopping you're
I
still wondering
have
about?
I have my last question. My last question is what do you think AI will look like in 2050?
Full circle. Since we've hit all the details on healthcare space and the death of the smartphone, I'd say by 2050, AI won't look like a thing anymore. It'll just be the invisible fabric of everything. It'll be the energy in the walls, the intuition in our heads, and the system that keeps the world running while we actually get to spend our time being human. Basically, it goes from being a tool we use to just being a part of how the world works. Pretty wild to imagine, right?
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Miles, and thank you so much, everyone, for watching this pause of the today's session. I hope you enjoyed our sessions and we do your friendly and also much. Allah Hafiz, everyone.